What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So before the Canada Day sale from Fragrance Buy, I bought the Rayhaan fragrances. So they started to stock them. They had 5. I don't know if there's only 5 in existence. If it is only 5 in existence, then I've got all 5. But I've never tried them. I've had several of you since they became a thing and got popular ask me my opinion on them. I decided to buy them. Wait, what the hell? We're going to check them out. Let's unbox them. Let's see what they smell like. I know there's some of them are very similar. Like there's one that's kind of a Ventus and stuff like that. We'll see what I get from them, what I can relate them to, what notes I pick up. We'll cross-reference them. We'll give them a rating. Stay tuned. The blue one, Pacific, from their Aqua collection. Obviously their aquatic, I think the black bottle, Imperia, is their Aventus. So that's going to be the 2 we start with. What the hell? So here we go. Rayhaan Classic. Rayhaan Pacific for him from the Aqua collection. Box is decent. Has a batch code. Not that I care, but there's a batch code for those that do care. Let's see what we're working with here. Ah, yes, I have seen this bottle. I've definitely seen this bottle online with the gold print on the back. Cap holds. We're going to spray all 5 on skin. What the hell? Really good atomizer. Pressurized atomizer. They got it going on with that. I got to give it to them. Now, I don't know where to look for the notes. I don't know if Parfumo is going to have it, Trograntica, etc. But we'll find it when the time comes. But I have high hopes here. It's an aquatic. Blue aquatic. Who doesn't like that? Invictus Aqua-esque. Much more fruity bubblegum, though. Like bubble yum type of bubblegum smell. Aquatic. Fruity, fresh, playful. Very much Invictus Aqua style. I get like distinctive like bubble yum. Yeah, very bubblegum heavy. Some people won't like this because of that specifically. But if you like that kind of stuff, like I do, this is good. Okay, I understand why it gets love. This is good. This is good. It kind of reminds me of like Halloween Man Hero, but more bubblegum forward. More than either of the Hawasses. Like, I hate to keep saying bubblegum because I know it's off-putting and a turn-off for some, but I get like pink bubblegum, bubble yum, bubblicious kind of stuff. Very playful. Like kind of the bubblegum that I get from Toy 2 bubblegum, minus the cherry. Like straight up pink bubblegum. Some people ain't gonna like this, but some people will. It's very playful, youthful, teenager kind of fragrance stuff because it's got that youthful vibe to it. This is a fun one. I like this. Let's pull up the notes.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so Parfumo seems to have the entire collection. So there's a lot more than the 5 that I have. There's many more fragrances. But let's take a look at Pacific. A 4 out of 10 with 2 ratings, so only 2 haters. Or at least 1 hater, to average it out to 4 on here. Synthetic, aquatic, citrus, fresh, sweet. I agree. Bergamot, cardamom, lemon, mandarin orange, cypress, laurel, lavender, amber, marine notes, musky notes, woody notes. It's got a very distinctive bubblegum fruitiness. Now, 4 out of 10, I think that's a stretch. I think that's look, if it's a 4 out of 10 to you, it's a 4 out of 10 to you. I could see some people rating it that, but I don't think it's that low. I also don't think it's like, you know, 9 out of 10 kind of stuff either. I think for what it is, it's every bit of a 7 out of 10. It's a very good fragrance. It is not special. It is not reinventing the wheel as far as the bubblegum aquatic is concerned. I wouldn't put it on the top tier of the profile, but I wouldn't put it on the bottom tier either. It's kind of somewhere in the middle of the pack, maybe upper level, middle of the pack. If it's got decent performance, I could see where this would get some love. Nobody wrote anything about it or any of that good stuff, but If you add mintiness to this, it kind of is more like Hawas Ice than Hawas, because it doesn't have all, even though they list cardamom, I don't get a lot of spice here. It's good stuff, though. I do like it. I'm leaving in a few hours to head to Louisiana for the weekend. I might take this with me. This might make the trip. 7 out of 10. I mean, we started out cool. This is definitely going to be the Aventus one. Imperia, there's no doubt. Usually the black bottle is usually the Aventus one. So I've got high hopes. I like smelling different twists on Aventus. I do like their bottles. I like the print on the back. Caps are nice. Their atomizers are really good. Really good atomizers. Like really, really good. Give me smoky. I don't want super fruity with the light smoke. I want very smoky. Give me some smoky magic. That's my hope for this. Let's see what we're working with. Tart. Very tart. A lot of black currant tart. Not so much smoky, but hefty, like black currant, blackberry, dark fruitiness, inky and tart, a little bitter. Not great, not bad. Not as fun-loving as Pacific. I'm not feeling this one that much. Clearly, this is the Aventus one. This one's okay. It's not near, like, on the level of some of the Dumonts that have the Aventus twist. Not even close. Those are way better than this. It's like a blackcurrant bomb, but not the kind of blackcurrant bomb that is like Supremacy Not Only Intense. That's elite compared to this. It's good, not great. It's going to fall somewhere in the middle with my rating here. I'm kind of a little let down, but this is why I like trying all the Aventus twists. Let's get a note breakdown here.
12 seconds later.
So they have multiple ones. They have an Intense and a Legacy. So this one's rated pretty highly, 7.9 out of 10 with 9 ratings. People seem to like this one. This is the right one, right? Imperia for him. This says Eau de Parfum. This says Pour Homme. Am I looking at the right one? Let me make sure I'm looking at the right one, because there's a few of them. There's Legacy. There's Intense. Okay, I'm looking at the right one. Just wanted to make sure. Floral, fruity, synthetic, green, citrus, apple, bergamot, mint, Philippine elemi, rose, sandalwood, Indonesian patchouli, jasmine, musk, oak moss, Virginia cedar, amber. That doesn't make sense to what I'm smelling. I get like very tart fruitiness here. It can't be the same. Am I smelling the wrong one? Surprisingly, Trollgrantica doesn't have it. So I got what I got to work with here. Is there some florals here? Sure, but mint? Not really. Apple is the fruity note here, but there's this dark, inky, tart, like black currant, blackberry kind of thing going here. I'm just going to go off of how it smells. I'll have put those notes on screen. That's what I got to work with. Doesn't completely make sense to me. Rose, sure. Woods, yeah. Musk and oak moss, absolutely. The fruitiness here is what kind of perplexes me a bit, because it's not the same for what I'm seeing versus what I'm smelling. It's getting better as it dries. It's not as good. It's not as fun-loving as Pacific. It's not on that upper tier of things that smell like Aventus to me. I think it's a 6.5. I do think it's better than good. I don't think it's all that great, though. And some of you may love this fragrance, and you're just appalled right now. It's just my opinion, guys. There's some things I like that you maybe don't feel as strongly as I do on certain things. It's just what it is. Everybody's got different taste, right? And I typically like a lot of the Aventus twist, and I like this one, don't love it. 6.5 out of 10. Okay, let's grab Ellwood from their wood collection. Here we go. I like the color scheme, the wood paneling look to it. Let's see what we're working with here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a woodsy fragrance. I like that it's a frosted glass. I like this. I like the look of this one. Give me some greens without being too earthy and woodiness, and I'll be very happy with this. Their atomizers are really good. Some really good atomizers here. So I'm expecting a little resin, a little earthy, some green, and of course, heavy woody dominance. This is fantastic. This is the best one so far. What is that? So there's a clear, woody, heavy presence here, but there's also this coniferous, like pine coney type of feel to it. A green aromatic, a touch of smoke, just a little pff, little mist of it, if you will. Just a puff of smoke. This is the one. This is the one to beat. This is the bar. This is the measuring stick. This is the best one so far, easily. Very masculine, familiar, but I can't pinpoint it. But very woodsy. Let's pull these notes up. I'm so far pretty impressed with this. The way it smells. Ellwood, here we go. Italian bergamot, cypress, divana, Indonesian patchouli, Virginia cedar. A lot of Virginia cedar. It's not sharp cedar. So seeing that it's Virginia cedar makes sense because it doesn't smell like, for being a cheap fragrance, it doesn't smell like a cheap crap cedar. Some of you know what I'm talking about. There's some like really cheap ass cedar oils out there in certain fragrances, which is real sharp, almost funky like cedarwood smell that works in some fragrances. And sometimes it's kind of off-putting and kind of throws the fragrance off. Whereas here, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's some high level Virginia cedar oil, but it's clearly decent. With the cypress greenery, the patchouli, I do get this little puff of smoke going on. And I guess that sweetness is the Divana note, but this is like really good. Like, we're talking 8.5 out of 10 great. This is the one to beat. I think it still has a high level of versatility. This is something you can wear in the warmer weather, not the scorching, suffocating heat like where I'm going today. It says feels like 108. In Houma, Louisiana, with the humidity. A little much for this. This would be the one. You know, even that might be a little too sweet and cloying. Scorching hot, right? You don't want this in scorching heat. Warm, you know, pretty hot, 90s, sure, you can get away with this, no problem. I don't think it's going to be suffocating and cloying. But spring, fall, transitional seasons, ideal. Woody green like this, great fall fragrance. I like this one a lot. This is definitely one to beat at 8.5. Big shoes to fill in the follow-up for Ellwood. Here we have Corium, leather fragrance. Got high hopes. I like leather accords. Is it going to be rough and tumble and animalic? Ooh, got the faux leather wrap. Is it going to be like a boozy leather? Kind of reminds me of like a flask, the way this is designed. Look at the back, has that same print, just in the leather panel this time. I like their presentations. They're simple, but they have their own flair to distinguish them from others. I get the hype behind the brand. Okay, really good sprayers. Really good atomizers. I want leather and booze. Based on my visual here, I want leather and booze. If I don't get booze, it's okay, but clearly it's going to be leather. That's super familiar. I know what this is. That's a super familiar profile. What is this? What is this? I know this fragrance. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's right there. Boozy spiced. I do get boozy, by the way. Very happy about that. But it's super familiar. I have the fragrance this smells like. And I can't get out the name to save my life right now. If a gun was to my head, I'd be dead. I can't for some reason. Boozy spiced. The leather's not too edgy. What are you? Damn, it's good though. It's good. We're up there with Ellwood here. Two best ones for sure. Cooler weather. Evenings in cooler weather. Why are you so familiar? What are you? Strong with you. Strong With You leather. I could not pinpoint it. That's what it is. Strong With You leather. But a little bit boozy. Because they don't have booze in Strong With You leather. I couldn't pinpoint. It's like, I know what this is. It's so familiar. Okay, Corium. Chestnut. Ding, ding, ding. Stronger With You. Chestnut, elemi resin, spices, lavender, sage, guaiac wood, leather, oud, vanilla. I get a little bit of a boozy nuance to this one. But it is distinctively this fragrance. It is this. Yes, they list oud, but it's way more this than it is this. Sure, these have similarity, but it's that leather accord's distinctive. It was like driving me nuts. It's like, I know what this fragrance is. This is the one to beat. This is the one. This is very much Stronger With You leather. And they don't list a booze, but I get a booze. Like a rummy type of smell, giving this like spiced rum sweetness, boozy, warm. 9 out of 10. Out freaking standing. This is their best fragrance. Ellwood actually got bumped, but it's a close second at 8.5 out of 10. This right here. These two. These are really good. I think I know why I like this one. It kind of reminds me of Chapard Cedar Malaki a little bit. The Virginia cedar, the cypress, a little bit of smoke I get. This kind of reminds me of Chapard Cedar Malaki. This is Strong With You leather with an added boozy nuance. That makes sense on why I like them so much, because both the fragrances I just named that they smell like, I love. 9 out of 10. And last but not least, we have Dahliya. Dahliya, clearly a women's fragrance. Heavy floral. We're going to spray it. We're going to judge it. We're going to see if it's good. My goal, it's the prettiest looking one. I love the color scheme and the cap to this one. I hope it's something my wife will enjoy. I do. Or maybe it's something I'll enjoy. There's certain women's fragrances that I just love. Atomizers lined up. That's always good. Right on the lion's head. We'll give it 2 sprays. I'm telling you, their atomizers are fantastic. Dahliya for her. Something like that. Dahliya. One of the two. Really like this bottle and cap combo. Chamomile tea, fresh white florals, very girly. It smells great though, super fresh floral. Very watery. It's got an aquatic nature to it without salt. It's a summertime floral. Ooh, I can't wait to see what she's going to think. Yeah, she's definitely going to like this. It's a summertime floral. A little bit of like a chamomile tea. Chamomile tea, white floral, watery accord. Let's see. Okay. Bergamot, magnolia, mandarin orange, melon, peach, pear, freesia, jasmine, lily of the valley, orchid, plum, rose, tuberose, violet, blackberry, cedar, musk, vanilla. So not chamomile like I thought. It's got this very, so freesia must be what it is, because very fresh white floral, as stated. It's got this herbal facet to it. And it's not overdone fruity. Like for all these fruits, melon, peach, pear, plum, you would think, at blackberry, you think crazy fruity. Not as much as you would think. But this is a, like, this is better than the Aquatic and the Aventus fragrance. Their women's fragrance is awesome. I kind of like it just in general, let alone my wife. My wife's going to love this. My wife is going to love this. This is also 9 out of 10. These two. This is a good couples duo right here. Different seasons. This is not a summer fragrance like this is. But this is a fun, fresh floral. It's a fruity floral. According to this note pyramid, it's a fruity floral, but I would call it more of a summertime fresh floral. The fruitiness that stands out here adds this juiciness that makes that watery feel that I was talking about. It's more of juiciness, I guess, based on this note breakdown, but it's very fresh, mouth-watering, fresh white florals. I don't get a lot of rose. I don't get thick, creamy tuberose. I get freesia, jasmine, lily of the valley. All of that makes sense. Even a little bit of rose. More of a Turkish rose because it's very, very fresh. This is a 9 out of 10. This is awesome. I can't wait to see what she thinks about this. So guys, I understand the hype behind these. This is a hell of a collection of cheapies. I would not mind getting more because let's count them up just based on Parfumo's database. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I can just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 16, 17, 18 fragrances. I have 5. So there's 13 more that I don't have. Ocean Rush, Bluetiful. These sound like ones I need. Aquazone, Cascalone, Green Mandarin. So Ocean Rush is Profondo. I tell you right now, because of Aquazone, Cascalone, and Mandarin Orange. Rosemary, yeah, Ocean Rush. That's gotta be Profondo, guys. And let's check out Bluetiful, just for shits and giggles real quick. Citrus fruits, freesia, green notes, mandarin orange, sage, carnation, jasmine, lily of the valley, lily, narcissus, marigold, rose, violet, heliotrope, amber. Ooh. I'm buying Bluetiful. I don't know what it's going to be similar to, but that note breakdown looks good. It's fresh green, floral, citrus. A lot of florals. It's for women. Shit, it looks good, though. Bluetiful? Looks beautiful. That looks like something I would like. It's a women's release. I don't give a shit. It smells good. It smells good. Floriana, dark leather, Cordova, Rayhaan Elixir. That bottle looks like Neff's. Doesn't look like Neff's note breakdown. Point being, I could drag this on just looking through. They look like they got some good stuff here. These 5, impressive. We got some mediocrity, some good, pretty good stuff here. Surprisingly, my least favorite's the Aventus fragrance. That don't happen that often. This is my least favorite. And this one's just fun-loving. Done to death, bubblegum aquatic, but it's a good bubblegum aquatic. But these two, man, Ellwood and Corium. Reminds me of Cedar Malaki and Strong With You leather. These are really good for men. And then the women's fragrance. Probably the best one. Dahliya. I don't know exactly. Dahliya. That is so good. This is the best fragrance of these 5 is the women's release. Very curious what the wife's going to think about that one. Well, there's links down below if you guys want to check them out from where I grabbed it at Fragrance Buy. By all means, jump on them if they sound interesting to you. You're going to have to blind buy them. As far as I know, you can't sample them, but I appreciate you guys coming and hang with me for a bit. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.